So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys some examples of student technology use in the classroom. I'm going to show you some work from my second graders, fourth graders, and fifth graders, so you can kind of see a range. Keeping in mind too, I had to be a little bit selective not to show pieces where the students are actually featured to protect student privacy. So the first ones I'll be showing you came from a second grade classroom. So I'm going to first show you some examples from a second grade classroom. I'm going to show you two book previews, a couple of clips of country reports, and two poems. So students made all of these primarily using iMovie. One of the poetry ones was done in combination with GarageBand and iMovie, and one was created using Adobe Voice.
This is my country report about France. France is located in Europe. This is the France flag. This is the money in France. It is called euro. My country report is about Peru. This is a map of Peru. It is located in South America. This is the flag of Peru. The colors are red and white. The capital of Peru is called Lima. They also have toucans. They have a rainforest in Peru. There's a place called Machu Picchu. It is beautiful. They also have monkeys in the rainforest. The money is called the Nuevo Sol in Peru. The language that they speak in Peru is Spanish. Hola means hello. Lookity freaky, hippity hop, up he goes to the treetop. Whirly turn, round and round, down he scampers to the ground. Furly curly, what a tail, tall as a feather, brown as a snail. Where's his soup in the shell? Snappity crackety, out it fell. This poem's called My Blossom Flower by Nathaniel. My blossom flower is yellow like the sun, white as a smile, and big as a heart. I love my blossom flower. It loves me too.
These next examples are from my fourth grade classroom. The first one is a video clip From a science class, the students talking about ecosystems. The next one is an infographic. Students had to create infographics about famous scientists. The next one is a podcast, where again students were looking at science topics. And then there are a couple of screenshots. I couldn't show the videos, but there's some screenshots from a really fun activity we did where students created weather forecasts using green screen. And then finally it ends with a short clip from a longer radio show about the solar system.
Ecosystems are communities of wildlife. The life forms in ecosystems rely on the other life forms in the area to live. For example, birds eat the worms, which eat the decomposed plants. That gives an example of one thing needing another. There are different types of ecosystems, such as the tundra, desert, evergreen forest, and others.
So this is an example of an infographic created by a student.
Hi, I'm Jace, and welcome to another episode of Amazing Science. Today, we will be learning about behavioral adaptations. What is a behavioral adaptation? Well, today, Professor Ali will be telling us about it.
Behavioral adaptations are what animals learn or have an instinct to do. Animals have instincts to hibernate, store food, and migrate.
So these are the screenshots from the weather forecast that students created. Again, their faces are blocked to protect student privacy. This was a really fun project.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Space. Today we will be interviewing the best astronomers, professors, and experts of our time. They will talk about the solar system and beyond.
So this is my first year teaching in a classroom where the students don't have Apple products. So it's taken me a little bit more time to kind of get adjusted with them using Chromebooks. But we recently got WeVideo accounts, so students have just started to create some video projects. Here shown are just some slides that they created using Google Slides, and again some photographs of their upcoming video projects where they are interviewing explorers. And again, their faces are blocked to protect student privacy. So these first two slides are from a project where they were talking about different pollutants. And the second two slides are from a project where they worked as a group to create a presentation about Native American regions. And some photographs taken as students were filming their interview with an explorer project. I'm excited to see how these turn out. So I also wanted to talk about some other technology tools that I use in my classroom. So I'm going to talk briefly about Google Classroom and then a little more extensively about Nearpod, which is one of my favorite tools right now. This is one of the tools that I use all the time. It's Google Classroom. This is my homepage. It shows all of the classes that I teach. Right now I teach 3 sessions of social studies and 3 sessions of science for 5th graders. When I go into one of these courses, it will take me to the classroom stream. Here I can see the different things that I've assigned to students. Here I also have links that will take them to Nearpod lessons. This one is an assignment. As you can see, there's 2 that are done. 21 still not done with this assignment. Again, more links to lessons, links to reading here, another assignment. And it's just an easy way to kind of keep track of everything that we're doing in class. It's an easy way to grade, as I can go into these and give feedback and give grades. So again, this is my social studies one. I can go back to classes and pull up a science one, and it's pretty much the same thing. Gives links to lessons, shows assignments, and lets me grade student work and offer feedback. And it's overall a really great tool. I use it pretty much every day in the classroom just to keep things very organized. I wanted to share Nearpod with you all. This is a tool I use all the time and one that I really enjoy using. So I'm going to go into my library where I have all of my lessons. In my library, I have some lessons that I have created and some that have come from exploring the Nearpod collection. Right now, they've come out with some great ones that are that feature BBC videos, and I've used a few of them in my classroom and really enjoyed them. I can also create folders up here that have different lessons in them. So here I have some of my social studies lessons. And if I want to share these with students, I can create either a live lesson or a student-paced lesson. A live lesson allows the students to see only what I have on my screen and kind of puts me in control. And student-paced, they can go through at their own pace. So if I go to a live lesson, I'm going to go ahead and launch a new one. It will take me here. Students can join by entering this code on the Nearpod website, or I can send the link to their Google Classroom, which is what I typically do. This lesson was created by me about the age of exploration. When I'm in this lesson, I would look to see if students have joined. Right now, there's no students in this class. Once all students have joined, I would start the lesson. And it just is pretty much a slideshow. I go through it and I talk about each slide as I'm going through. And then it offers these interactive bits. So this is the teacher view of this, which it asks, there's a prompt up there. Students were to write about it. I'm going to show you the student view. It takes a minute to load. So this is what the students would see. So they would type this in, and as they type it in on the teacher version, it would show me their responses. I really like this because it really allows for all students to participate in the lesson and engage. Again, more slides that I would talk about as I'm going through them, and more chances for interaction. So this is the Collaborate board. This just asks me if I want to improve them before they're posted, which is a great idea to do. And then it kind of is like a bulletin board. So I could say, put my response in, post it, and it kind of posts right up there. Now on my version, I can see who wrote each post, which is just a nice way to monitor it. But on the students' version, everyone is anonymous. So that kind of allows for students not to be worried about spelling or overly self-conscious about their response or being worried about being right or wrong. So again, I have more slides here. Another kind of short answer response where they would type in their answer. And again, as their results came in, they would show them to me here on the teacher view. And it kind of moves on. Another open-ended question. And then I'd have a quiz at the end. So on the student view, they're seeing multiple choice quizzes. On my view, I'm seeing the students and how they're doing. So let me go back in and take you to another lesson that has a couple more different features. So let's look at this one, and I'll go ahead and pull up a lesson I've already taught. So it should show you a little bit more of what it looks like. Again, this is one of the Nearpod lessons. It's created by the Nearpod team, and it features BBC video. This one was pretty neat. Again, you can see down here I have 20 students in this class, or in this lesson. And she starts out with a virtual field trip, which is a really cool feature of Nearpod. You can add in virtual field trips. And if students were on a mobile device like a tablet, they could actually stand up and move the tablet around to see this. I'm controlling it with my mouse on a computer, but it's kind of a neat feature. And then they have a think, pair, share, so they talked about this, and then they wrote in their answers. And again, you can see I'm getting that 100% participation, which is great. So I'm hearing from every student, not just the students that always have their hands up. Then this one kind of just takes them through key vocabulary. This is a slideshow example. And this is a fill in the blank. So on the student view, all of these would be blank, and they'd have to drag and drop these into the right place. Here's a poll. So students entered in their poll, and I can share the results with them so they can all see and we can discuss it. videos. So this one gives me the option. I could either have it play on all of their devices, which comes in handy if you have a good, strong internet connection and students have headphones. Typically, I play it from my device and project it onto a screen. And then again, a short quiz shows how the students did. And some further discussions, think, pair, share. Again, I'm getting that 100% participation, which is awesome. And then discussions, more polls, and a writing activity where they have a prompt and they write about it. So again, I love Nearpod lessons. There's a lot out there already that are pre-made. And you can also create your own pretty easily. This tab right here allows you to create a new lesson. And you can even import slides from Google Slides or PowerPoint, which is great, and then just add in those interactive elements. Another aspect that I really like is when I'm done teaching the lesson, I can go to reports and I can pull up all of the information from that lesson. So I have participation, all sorts of things here. If I go to the open-ended questions, I can see each student's response. And again, just a really excellent tool to use, one that I really enjoy. So I strongly suggest you check it out. If you go to nearpod.com, you can watch some videos about other teachers using it in their classrooms, and I'd highly recommend it. They have a free version and a paid version. I do use the paid version, and it's been really worth it. It's very engaging for students and a lot of fun to use in class. I feel that I have done a lot with students when it comes to engaging them and learning through the use of technology, especially when harnessing creativity. After going through all of this week's materials, and really much of the materials from this course, I feel like I want to take steps to enhance how I use technology. I want to use it more as a social justice tool. Currently, I'm working on a project with students that will be the first step I take in that direction. Students have been learning about endangered animals and the human impacts on those animals. They are currently writing scripts for a PSA commercial in which they plead with people to help this animal. In each class, one video will be selected and we will raise money to donate to the World Wildlife Fund to support that animal. I realize this is just a small step toward using technology as a force for good, but I will continue to look for ways to engage students in community and world issues.